All right, so we're getting close. Here's where we have with ours, and we need to add this text element. So let's start with our first read, our title copy, our heading, global warming. So I'm going to take my type tool, and I'm going to create a new layer. Call this heading or title. Oops. There we go. And then I'm just going to click kind of up in this general area, and I'm going to call it all caps global hit return all caps again warming. So 2 lines. I'm going to highlight it both. Font that we are going to use, and it is linked as an asset in the mission for you to download and install. We're going to use Big John. We want something to have an impact, right? Reason why we're doing that: 1, it's going to catch the user's attention, and 2, we're thinking about the message of our design. Global warming has an impact on the planet, so we want impact in our heading. And we want it big, right? 12 is not going to work. So I'm going to start with maybe 120 point. I'm going to click off, and it'll make it bigger. But I don't want it black, right? I had it kind of this burnt orange color, kind of something down in this range. Reason why I thought about that: 1, global warming, orange, hot, right? And this is a lighter orange, so having it darker, dark contrasts with the light. So we can try to eye drop and get kind of dark color like that, right? Come in a little bit, maybe a little less dark, something of that nature. And we're also going to do something else here. I'm going to highlight global only. If you notice, I have globals a little bit bigger, and it stretches and ends right there on the right. So I can do that. I can hold Shift Command and the greater than, right? You know, the greater than symbol from math. And I'm just making it a little bit bigger, looking for the L to line up. And mine ends up being 154 points, right? And that kind of lines up there, which is fine. Warming, if you notice, and let's turn the grid off for a second, you notice there's this big leading space right here, right? This one I shrunk the leading. And we learned about this in typography. We highlight it, right? And option up arrow. And that's going to decrease the leading, right? Gets us more like what we have here. Now, let's come back in, turn on our grid, and looks like I didn't quite make that big enough. So this one I had more of an impact. So if we turn that grid on, it's going across almost 3, right? So let's kind of bring that down. I'm going to drag it so it lines up with that edge, and I'm going to hold Shift. And I'm going to drag it out. And I don't want it right on the edge. I want to give a little bit of breathing room on the edge, but I do want the L and the G to line up over on that grid. And then we're looking at it, got a little space up here, right? Maybe I can bring it down just a little bit, give us room, give us room for one of our secondary headings. All right, so we have global warming. We can turn the grid off for now, and I'm going to lock title. Okay, so that gives us our title aligned to a grid, following a color scheme, thinking about our message, having an impact, right? And next tutorial we'll add body text and look about finishing things up.